Hello, everyone. So tonight I thought to discuss briefly the continuing the conversation we were having about market stability a few weeks ago. And there we were talking about extensively about the bull market mentality. So now things have changed in the market, and it's important to understand the difference between a bull market mentality and a bear market mentality. Now, before we go into that, the most important thing is that when there's faith, there's equilibrium, as we were discussing, that Moses has, as it were, a social contract with the people that to distribute justly the resources, wealth. And as we said, that he instructs God every day that this person you should lower, and this person you should raise. In terms of now we're speaking about financial wealth, like the wheel of fortune. So this could seem to be unstable. That at one point a person is at the top, and then the next day, God forbid, at the bottom. But this is all that a person that is connected with faith in God, that no matter what happens, this is God's wills. And this is what we discussed in terms of counting Gornisht, counting out with every count. It's with this consciousness of that Einon Movado, there's nothing but God. And we discussed that the bull mentality is an impetuosity towards rushing, not being able to have proper patience. As we discussed at the original sin of the golden calf, the inability to wait that extra day for Moses to come down from the mountain to receive the two tablets and the Ten Commandments and the Torah. So, because of this impetuosity, they created the golden calf. So what is the bear? So the bear is not knowing what's going to happen, the unknowable, and it relates to the Persian Empire. This is what it says. The bear corresponds to the Persian Empire, which we just celebrated in the story of Purim, and in the story of Purim, there was these two opposites of the heroes and the villains. And on Purim, we're told to reach a state of not knowing the difference between blessed be Mordechai and cursed be Haman. So Mordechai is the hero and Haman the villain of the story. So to not know how things are going to transpire between two opposite states, it's like God forbid, it could be like a fearful type of situation where we fear the unknown. So this corresponds directly to a bear mentality. And the way to overcome the psychological breakdown, or to heal the psyche on the level of a bull mentality, is to connect with the tzaddikim and with the leader of the generation, the Torah leader of the generation, the Moses of the generation. The way to repair the psyche from the bear mentality is to correct one's thoughts, to purify one's thoughts. First of all, to not fear the unknown, to connect with God, to know that everything will work out, even right now, even though we don't see the good, the good is there all around us. But also, it says that the bear corresponds to sexual promiscuity. This is what it says. So to purify one's thoughts will also help with the fear of a free fall. Now, the state of falling is also like each of us want to actualize our potential in life. Each of us want to do our utmost to repair, rectify, to transform our personal situation and the situation of those around us, as Mordechai did in the times of Purim. And to be a tzaddik, to be a righteous person, means to utilize all our potential to the utmost. And that means also in terms of our procreative potential. So both physically in a proper context of marriage, to utilize our procreative potential with the bearing of children, and also spiritual potential with bearing out new projects, new creative projects of teaching Torah, of learning Torah, and teaching Torah to others. So in an economic sense, when there's a state of confusion and crisis and anxiety, so the way to have stability in terms of the emotions, it culminates in again this rectification of the covenant, which is the purity of one's thoughts. This is how it's explained. So this is the cure for the anxieties, for the stress caused by this rush into a bear market. So again, we should all, and again, the free fall corresponds again to all of that we've been discussing. Zeh yashpil v'zeh yarim, that it's if we feel ourselves one day to be lowered and one day to be lifted up. So this again is all from the leader of the generation, from which is a together with God, and it's that we all have a lot to accomplish in this world, and more this is an opportunity. This time now that we find ourselves in is an opportunity to complete tasks and to invest our energies in positive pursuits. So I encourage everyone during this, let's say this bear market time, to experience both the rectified state of both the bear and the bull markets together, which again is to connect with hopefully soon we'll see the Redeemer, which is the Mashiach, which is the Moses of the generation, and also with the representation of the leader of the generation at the time of the Persian Empire of the story of Purim was also Mordechai. So we can have both in the same figure of Mashiach, of the Redeemer, both these aspects of the bear and the bull, and the rectified consciousness of both. Thank you.